Ever since I dived into L.J. Andrews' The Broken Kingdom series, I have not been able to put it down. So continuing with our book reviews for this series, we are doing it in book 4. We are moving on to the Eastern Kingdom, Knight of Masks and Knives, Game of Hate and Lies, and Dance of Kings and Thieves. So this one follows Malin and Kase, the Nightrender. He made an appearance, which would have been the Norse last book, which followed Valen and Elise. So with that being said, we're going to get into the first book, Knight of Masks and Knives. So book 4 in the Broken Kingdom series, and it takes place in the East, where you must be witty, a thief, and sometimes wicked to survive. With no true heir known to take back the land, the Dark Palace, a wicked man rules, taking all of who threatens his position and enslaving those he uses for more power. Malin Strong fights to take back what was taken from her, someone she lost long ago. Another she watched be dragged away. In a story of vengeance and rescue, Malin discovers the boy she lost and loved has become the most wicked of them all. Kase Eriksson hides himself in shadows, protecting his heart and her safety. He lost the fight to stay away, and with a trick, Malin is swept into his world, and the plan to rescue someone dear to them both has begun. Where do I begin? I love how, once again, we are swept into a book where the leading lady is pushed to show her strength. Another story of a queen rising. Kase, the protector, hiding himself away as to shield his heart and to protect the woman he has loved his entire life. Once again, I saw aspects of Phantom, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, all wrapped up into a Viking love story. To see an entirely different side to a world I dived into is so freaking exciting. Learning of different magics, how they are used and what they are. To see how these people lived compared to the neighboring kingdom of the north, which is vastly different. The storyline is fascinating with twists and turns. It's amazing to see how invigorating and different the Broken Kingdoms are, but still hold the same amount of love and dedication and fight and intricate lives of all the people. I loved this first book that brought us into the East, and the continuation is just as invigorating and inviting and lovely. Also, you guys may be excited to hear that the Eastern Kingdom definitely hypes up on the spicier side. There are more intimate and detailed spicy scenes in these books. They still aren't up to, I guess you would say, the par of spicy that you would get in a typical dark romance book, but again, I have never really read a book just for smut. I read it for the storyline, and these books haven't captured my heart. So again, if you are looking for a smut book, this may not be for you, but I will say that it definitely picks up in these books, and even if you are there for smut, I still think you should read them because the storyline is so worth it, and I think you'll fall in love with the characters. You won't even notice that there's not smut in it because the storylines are so secret and in your face and passionate. It's never boring. You're never going to get bored. You don't need smut to make the books interesting because the storylines do that for you. Now for Game of Hate and Lies, the tale of 4 queens and families reunite in the continuation in book 5. His memories were distorted. He was made to despise the woman who owns his heart. Her will to fight and take back the man who was stolen from her once again is raging. Malin and their people fight to bring Kase home, with memories of love and loyalty turn hateful and murderous. Their battle is no small feat. After many gruesome attempts and traps set, the lies are revealed, and now the hunt for their heads has ensued. But the help from the north, a war is about to begin. My heart was shattering. I was on edge for the entirety of the novel. Yes, I was terrified for Kase and what he had to go through. A conflicted soul not knowing which way was up. I was saddened for Malin. Once again, her lover was stolen from her. The fight to take him back is tiring and devastating. Yep, keeping the motivation to not fall apart shows a great deal of strength in this woman. A tale of another queen rising, which I think is absolutely beautiful. My jaw hit the floor when I finished this book. My heart is soaring with seeing Valen and Elise return at the very end. I am a very sentimental person, and getting to see them come back was so amazing. I loved it, and don't worry, it continues in the last book where you not only get to see the North come and reunite with the East, but you also get a sneak peek into what's coming for the South. And this one, the last one, Dance of Kings and Thieves, had my heart oh my god, my sentimental heart bursted with joy for the final installment on the Eastern Kingdom's war to repair their brokenness. Balin and Elise and Ari and Sol and Tor and Halvar and so many more beloved and missed faces return to help in the Eastern Kingdom fight on taking back a fate's throne. The most complicated and difficult marks are yet to have been met. Kase, Malin, and the Kriv, the Falcons, the Northern Kingdom, and some Southern folk put their different kinds of magic and brain together in hopes of finding the Queen's ring and a way to come out on top of yet another fated war, without losing masses in their small army. Old curses return and unwilling alliances are formed with the looming threat of a future battle. The fear of losing those they love and the twisting of fate's memories unfold in the last stand of the East. Mesmer, glamour, and earth magic come together in this heated tale of loss, love, and fight. I am taken aback with the enormity of the storyline. L.J. Andrews has a way in making the most intricate, fascinating, magical stories come to life without the constant confusion or thrown in themes that don't really seem to fit or make sense. Her writing of fate and magic and love is beautifully put together in the lives of characters that have become family in my heart. Wait to continue the story in the South. I am a little nervous to open that one up because it definitely, like, their glamour magic definitely seems a lot more complicated. They definitely have a whole lot more unique abilities and attributes and traits, especially physical ones. It was definitely a little bit harder to keep up in this last book in Dance of Kings and Thieves because there are so many different kinds of creatures that are going to be showing up in the South, and I'm really excited to dive into it, but I'm also really nervous, and to see how that storyline goes, I'm really excited. This is also the month that The Mist Thief comes out, June 30th, and I'm really excited. I haven't even got to the Ever series or anything like that yet, and because I'm still working on the Broken Kingdom series. I cannot wait, and I'm so excited that I'm getting all these bits and pieces and that these are the parents in these books. I'm getting to know their parents, and then I get to know the kids' stories in that series, so I'm so excited to see that. So make sure y'all check that out on the 30th when it comes out, and I cannot wait to finish off this series with the South and Western Kingdom. I'm so excited for the Western. It's going to be, I think, one of my top favorites because Phantom of the Opera is one of my top favorites. So I will see you guys Southern Kingdom's review.